Okay, on page 198, you have commonly misused verbs. Lots of people use these words interchangeably, and they're not necessarily using them correctly. Okay? So, on page 198, there is a blue purplish chart. I made it here for you on the screen. We'll fill it in as we go over it. Commonly misused verbs. Avoid confusing the following verb pairs: sit, set, lie, lay, can, may, teach, learn, rise, raise, and let, leave. Some verb pairs are easily to confuse. These verbs are similar in meaning, but not quite the same. Knowing the exact meaning of these verbs can help you use them correctly. So, for sit, when we're talking about sit, we're meaning to rest as in a chair. So I'm going to put to rest. You don't have to write this down. We're just going over them. If I say sit, okay, like I'm going to sit, I am tired. That's to rest my body, okay? If I say set something, I mean to put something somewhere. So I'm not setting my butt on the couch, I'm sitting my butt. I am resting, okay? If I say set the book on the desk, that means you're putting the book on the desk. To lie means to rest. A lot of people confuse these two. And to lay actually means to put. So a lot of people say, oh, I'm just going to lay on the couch. Technically, that's not the right word. And I say that too. It's actually, I'm going to lie on the couch. That you don't, it even sounds funny, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that actually sounds like
because technically lie means to rest. If you're going to rest or sit, you are going to lie. If you're going to lay, you're going to, like, I lay the blanket on the couch. You put something on the couch.
Lie sounds funny because it's like you're saying you are lying.
A lot of people say lay down. It would be lie down. I'm going to go lie down. I'm not feeling good.
It sounds funny because
Okay, whoa.
people lie.
Please raise your hands. You're all yelling at me at the same time. Anthony? Yes, you're not going to talk. Okay, can. Can means to be able to. I'm sure you've had somebody say this to you before when you asked to use the bathroom. Can you use the bathroom or may you use the bathroom? Back that up. Oh, it's on. Then I got may. Are you okay? May means allowed to. So if it's can I use the restroom or is it may I use the restroom, you're not asking me can you physically, are you able to use the restroom? I'm sure you are physically able to use the restroom on your own. You're asking may I use the restroom, meaning can I be allowed, may I be allowed to use the restroom. So when parents or adults or anything correct you with the can and may is because technically when you're asking for permission you should say may. Because if you ask with can, it makes it sound like you don't know if you are able to do it. Like, can I sharpen my pencil? Well, I don't know. Can you sharpen a pencil? Okay, it's more like may I sharpen my pencil because you're asking for permission. Rise and raise. Oh no, sorry. Teach and learn. Teach is to give instruction. Let me see if I can make this smaller something so that it doesn't stretch my boxes out so much. It is. Look at it. It's messing up my boxes. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, okay. To learn means to receive or to, I'll say, get instruction. Okay, Mrs. Cameron isn't going to learn me some math. Mrs. Cameron is going to teach me some math, okay? There's a big difference between me learning you something and me teaching you something. Okay? I think most of us use these two correctly. Teach and learn. I think we're okay with teach and learn. Rise and raise. Rise means to get up or go upwards. like her temperature was rising, or I rised out of my seat.
I raised money for charity.
And raise means to lift up. Like I am going to raise my hand in class when I have something to say. Okay, raise, rise. Let and leave. Let means to allow. Like, can you let me use the restroom? Leave means to go away from. I think we used this one. This one's not so good. Okay? So, knowing the difference between them all, I will say the ones that are probably the most difficult would be the sit and the set, lie, lay. I don't think can and may is that bad. Teach and learn isn't that bad. I would say maybe rise and raise. Okay? So they're not all difficult ones. On the next page, here's some examples. Students sit on the benches in the classroom. I use the word sit because they are resting. These are correct examples, by the way. Okay, you don't have to write them down. The teacher sets the benches in rows. Puts. I use the word sets instead of sits because I'm putting them in rows. Don't lie in the sun too long. Don't lie in the sun too long. Lie means to rest. And I would probably say don't lay in the sun too long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really lie. That's the common one. Lie and lay are the common ones that people mix up. Lay your towel under the umbrella. Put your towel under the umbrella. So the way you can figure out is if you're using the right one is if you use like its synonym word and put it in there and if it makes sense. So we're going to do a couple together. On your paper, please put at the top page 198, 1 through 5. We're going to do numbers 1 through 5 together. I typed out the sentences. All you have to do is write down the correct words, okay? Number 1, a star map, and your choices are lies or lays on that shelf. Is it lies or is it lays? If you think it is lies, stand up. I'll read it again. A star map lies or lays on that shelf. Stand up if you think it is lies. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you think it is lays. Lays. Okay, I'm going to substitute a word here. Most of you picked, all right, sit. Most of you picked lies. So if I go back to my chart over here, and if you just look up, a synonym or another word for lie is to rest, right? So I'm going to substitute that in. I'm going to say rest, and I'm going to see if this makes sense. A star map rests on that shelf. Not bad. If I chose set, it would be, oh, no, we're doing lies and lays, right? Okay, if I put lay, it would be put. If I substituted put, now let's see if that sentence sounds right. A star map puts on that shelf.
That don't make much sense.
It does not. Rest makes more sense, so my word is lies. So number 1 on your paper, please write lies. A star map lies on that shelf. You don't have to put all the words, just put the word in the box. No. Folks, listen to me. You do not have to write the sentences, just write the word you see in the box. Number 2, I will look at the map and then blank it back in its place. I will look at the map. If you look on page 198, it says, I will look at the map and then lie or lay it back in its place. Am I going to lie it back in its place or am I going to lay it back in its place? If you think the answer is lie, please stand up. Lay, please stand up. Correct answer is lay. Lay it back in its place. You're going to put it back in its place. Another word for lay is put. I know. Well, that's why we're going over them. That's why they're called the commonly misused verbs.
Well, I was trying to put the boxes so it would
You don't have to listen to me next. Write number 1 through 5 and write the word, just one word next to number 1 and one word next to number 2. You're making this more complicated. Number 3, the teacher blank us alone to work on our star maps. Take a look at your book. Your options are lets or leaves. The teacher lets us alone to work on our star maps. The teacher leaves us alone to work on our star maps. Stand up if you think it's leaves. I'll read it again. The teacher leaves us alone to work on our star maps. The teacher lets us alone to work on our star maps. Leaves is correct.
Oh! Let's think.
Yes. My teacher blank let us look through the telescope. My teacher blank let us look through the telescope. My teacher can let us look through the telescope. My teacher may let us look through the telescope. Write your answer for number 4. Going back to my chart to look, can means able to, may means allowed to. So I'm going to go back. My teacher able to let us look through the telescope. My teacher allows let us look through the telescope. So both of them kind of sound a little funny. The correct answer is may. May. Number 5, we look at the stars after the moon rises. We look at the stars after the moon raises. Rises or raises? Write your correct answer for number 5. Correct answer is rises. Rises means to go up. Raise means to lift. So to go up or to go upwards, we don't want lift. The moon isn't lifting, it's going up. All right. Look at page 199. We're doing the same thing that you just did. Same thing that we did for numbers 1 through 5. We're going to do for number 6 through 20. You're just writing the word that you choose, not the sentence, not anything else. Just picking the correct word. So for number 6, I'm going to read a sentence. You pick the word and you write it down. Okay? So for number 6, some science textbooks, they either teach or learn students about planet Earth. Some science textbooks either teach or learn students about planet Earth. You're picking either teach or you're picking learn. Select your answer and write it for number 6. For number 7, the students teach or learn the difference between planets and stars. Teach or learn. Number 8, the sun is a star that rises or raises every morning. Number 9, the student lies or lays a star map on his desk. Number 10, students let or leave scientists see objects in more detail. Oh, no, that's on the sentence. Okay. The telescope. Yes. In the classroom. Number 11, new telescopes let or leave scientists see objects in more detail. Very nice. And then I'm going to let you guys take a couple minutes to finish the rest of them out. I'm just going to, those are the only ones I'm going to type. Alright, going back to number 6, let's see what we got. Number 6, some science textbooks teach or learn students about planet Earth. Miguel? Teach. Our answer is teach. The students teach or learn the difference between planets and stars. Hannah? Number 7. Learn. The students learn the difference between planets and stars. 8. The sun is a star that rises or raises every morning. Elijah?
Rises.
Rises. 9. The students lie or lays a star map on his desk. Christian? Lay. Because another word for lay would be put. So puts a star map on his desk. 10. The students let or leave the telescope in the classroom. Anthony? Leave. 11. New telescopes let or leave scientists see objects in more detail. Leah? Let. 12. Computer printouts lie or lay near the telescope. Do they rest or put? Figuring out whether they either rest or put. Nick? What we got for 12? Okay, remember it's put for lay. So computer printouts